all this, don't have so much expectations. So it's just going to be ordinary speech. Recently, I downloaded one of those online dating applications on my phone.
That's cool.
And for a few days, nothing. And one day I get a notification. It almost sounds like an alarm. Sexy single in your area. Very exactly. Wait a minute. I am that sexy single in my area. So this was a joke, and the last sentence was the punchline of that joke. The punchline is actually a funny and surprising statement that comes at the end of the joke. And also punch, as you know, it's a physical activity where you show some violence on your opponent. However, there are other ways of throwing a punch. There are some punches made of words. And you see this very often in politics. For example, I will give you an anecdote where the opponents are really fisting each other by words. For example, for this one politician said the other one is that if you go on like this, you are either going to end up, you are going to be hung, or you are going to end up having a disease. And the opponent said that, well, sir, it said it depends if I embrace your principles or your mistress. So this is really a tough punch to throw. But this is very common in politics. Because you know that actually in politics, if you have an army, you throw some missiles and your tanks are fired. But in a democracy, actually, you have this army of words with you. Another instance is that Winston Churchill went to India and he was sat by a table on dinner with an Indian philosopher. And he was just taking the fork and spoon, and he see that Indian philosopher actually using his hands to eat from the plate. And Churchill said that, sir, fork and spoon is more hygienic. And the Indian philosopher said that, I am sure that no one used my hands before. So my method is more hygienic. So this is also another punch thrown by the words. So politics is like this, but we also know that actually relationships is another kind of politics. And we see these all kind of punches in these relationships also. Again, a story from Winston Churchill. He was flirting with a lady in a kind of party. And the lady said that, oh no, you are drunk. And Churchill said that, yes, I am drunk. But I will be sober in the morning, but you will still be ugly. So again a violent punch. And another thing, this Churchill guy is very famous for this kind of things, I think. But he said that actually at one point, another lady told him that, Churchill, if you were my husband, I will put poison in your tea. And he replied that, if I was your husband, if you were my wife, I would drink that tea. So, actually these kind of things also happen in the TV and media, because the egos are much bigger and there are more fights like this, especially between, I really like when women do this kind of, because they are very smart in doing these kind of things. For example, one of the actresses is saying the other actress that she insured her voice for $5 million. And then the other lady actress replied that, oh really, what did you do with that money? Claiming that she kind of lost her voice. Or another competing actress has gone a further step by writing a book. So the other actress, when they met, said that, oh my dear, I enjoyed reading your book. Who wrote it for you? And then the actress replied that, darling, I like that you read my book, but who read it for you? So, actually these are smart and kind of violent way of answering your person. So you might be thinking that how I can be this witty, you know, how I can do this, what can I do to do that? My advice, don't do it. Because you can still win an argument by politeness. For example, rather than thinking of a smart answer, be prepared beforehand and think that what can hurt you, and then come up with a very fun and polite answer. For example, I have a much older couple friends, and somehow they couldn't have a child. But whenever sometimes they go to some meetings and friend meetings, someone pops up and say that, hey, come on, when are you doing a child? And the couple looks to each other. We knew we forgot about something. So this is actually a really nice answer. You know, just you are actually diffusing that negative atmosphere and then making it fun. So this is also what would be my advice. Or another way, a friend of mine put on a lot of weight recently. So when he comes to a friends meeting and people are asking him, hey, did you put on some weight? I think his answer is brilliant. No, I'm growing taller, but sideways. So my advice is that do not punch, even with words, but be even more smarter. I think this is more smarter to do it. Just learn to diffuse that situation and make it fun for everybody. Mr. Toastmaster.